If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 567. Still Got Game is official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
I'm Brian Shadow Emmerich.
And we have not missed an episode at all in 2026. I even posted last week's episode on Saturday instead of Sunday. So, yeah. Eat it, complainers. We're going 100% this year, at least up until now. And for some potential foreseeable future, but we are attempting to pull off the perfect season. So, yeah.
Let's see. See how it goes.
Yeah, I do have a cruise in February, a golf trip for my father-son golf tournament, the Legacy in March, and another cruise in April, but we will figure out how to make this work. And for those of you that complain that it's not live, it's always live. It just broadcasts differently. See how I spun that? Maybe that's not accurate. Maybe it is, but most of the stuff we see in the news these days is not accurate either. So I came out strong with that one, yeah. But
Swinging.
Yep. Oh, yep. There we go. Our first Kick commenter.
They don't waste any time. They get right in on that.
No, they're offering to pimp the stream and do whatever. Like, there seems to be no rules on Kick, but
I really got to get the stats on Kick, because I really don't know if anybody goes there to stream or watch anymore.
Then why do people go there to see Amaranth? That's the only place.
That's probably it.
Yeah. But yeah. And they're always careful to post their URLs like with spaces, or in this case, it's a space between each letter and the dot so that it doesn't get banned. So Kick must have some rules, but just very few. But on that, why don't we just jump right in the show proper? If you're in chat right now and you're not a Kick promoter and you want us to discuss something, drop it in chat and we'll try to bring it up during the show. Otherwise, let's just hop in the mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's episode.
Here we go.
Factual. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. And remember, if you leave us a voicemail, it will cut you off after a minute. Todd the God comments, I didn't appreciate you shitting on my use of you all in my last show comment. I am from the southern US and this is really common here. Just be glad I'm not a total hick that says y'all. Even with your insult, I still love the show. It wasn't an insult. We just hate people from the South. In general.
The views of Derek Smooth
Views of
do not
Derek
represent the rest
That
of
is
us.
untrue.
No, we just think you sound funny.
The views of Derek.
Okay, I think you sound funny. I think you sound
There you go.
uneducated. Just saying. And I come from Boston where people say "pak the ka." I don't say that. You see how I fixed my own accent so I don't sound like a dumbass? Just suggesting maybe some self-reflection.
I feel like people say you all other places. The contraction y'all, that's a southern thing, but you all kind of is a little universal. Maybe not by you, but
Up here, it's more like you guys.
yeah. Well, I say you guys. Yeah.
How you guys doing?
What's assuming somebody's gender at that point, though? I don't know.
No, I think guys is non-gender. It's like
non-gender.
dudes. Dude is
Dudes,
non-gender
yeah,
specific.
dude.
Yes, yeah.
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 You could spell it. You could spell it GUISE. Just hey guys.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to be like. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for Todd the God. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Although at work I do usually say folks or team, or I use words that cannot be uh, mistaken one way or another, but
Yeah.
as a boss, you kind of have to double check your swing. But here on Still Got Game, I can say whatever the fuck I want, Todd the God. And
You would call us dickheads, but you would call your coworkers what?
folks,
Team.
hey team.
Yeah. I say
Uh,
team a lot at work too.
Yes. Yeah, so we all have the day off today, I assume.
Yep.
Yep. Celebrating Martin Luther King. Normally,
Yeah.
we haven't done a show on MLK Day, but this is a new year. 2026 is the new Still Got Game where we don't make excuses, we make shows.
It's gonna come back and bite us in the ass, isn't it?
It probably will. But as of right now, it's not. We are consistently providing
So
shows.
far, we are 3 for 3.
Yes, 3 for 3.
Alright.
So yes, thank you for the comment, Todd the God. Maybe drop back and think about, like, I've told this story 100 times, so I'm not going to tell it again. When I went to college, well, I actually am telling it again. I went to college and I said it's over in my drawer, and my roommate was like, "What the fuck's a drawer?" And I was like,
Drawer.
"Oh, drawer." I
drawer.
sound like a moron, and then that's when I got rid of my accent. So maybe Todd the God, take a page out of the D Smooth playbook and fix your shit. Just saying.
Again, I don't think you all is an accent thing. I think it's just a local vernacular. I don't think it's an accent.
Well, so is
Y'all
Wicked
is
Pissa,
different.
but I don't say that either.
Yeah.
And that's
No
a
one
Boston
says that,
thing.
though, except for Boston.
Yeah. We have a lot of weird nuances. That's why I got
Is
rid
it
of them
are things there 5 by 5? Is
all.
that a Boston thing?
No.
Okay.
6'7" is. No, it's certainly not. No.
Okay.
That's nobody's thing.
Gotcha.
All right. Next up, Regulator 1989 asks, what games are you looking most forward to in 2026?
Ooh.
007?
I'm gonna wait for the Xbox or whatever the show is that's coming up within a couple days. There's a couple indie games that are looking like they're going to be pretty promising. That I'm
You're the
looking
only
forward
one
to.
that ever says that sentence.
No, that's not true. And you know what? Claire Obscure was an indie game. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Made with AI.
Oh, wow. Controversial. Yes.
Shots
yeah.
fired.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Who freaks is better? Oh.
Yeah. Now,
Um,
007. That's it.
Let's see. Rockstar is putting out a little game this year that might be interesting. I'm looking forward to playing that a little bit.
Do you play the GTA games?
I do play the GTA games. I don't play them into the 10s and 20 years long, but I usually play the campaign. I don't really get into the online too much, but I do enjoy the campaign play. So,
Like what's even out this year? Because it seems like not most, but a lot of the trailers were like coming soon or in the future or 2027 or. But I mean, yeah, 007 got delayed 2 months. Looks right. That's what we talked about. Yeah.
Fable
What is there?
maybe still coming out this year. Could be.
There's a
looking forward to that.
Halloween game coming out that I
Yeah.
want to play. That's out in September, which I was excited for that.
It's before
But-
Halloween.
Yeah, it's out in September 8th. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I'm not gonna play GTA probably, but that's out November 19th. And that's kind of it. Like, there's not like huge stuff coming out that we know of so far, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
Trying to kind of
The tent pole is that 007 game, but yeah.
Yeah, seems kind of odd that, and there's like, we don't know anything about what's come out from Nintendo. It's just no idea. And there's been like 3 or 4 big games out since June, and that's it.
Yeah.
And we know nothing moving forward. So I'm assuming they'll have some sort of big announcements at a direct, hopefully sometime soon, but it hasn't been great for them so far since the Switch 2.
Nope.
I don't know. Like there's High on Life 2 if you liked High on Life.
I never tried it. No.
That's all Yeah, that's all I'm
I
seeing,
really
though.
enjoyed that game. That's the game with the talking guns, if you don't remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
yes,
by the Rick and
yeah.
Morty guys.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The humor is fucking hilarious in that, so I'm looking forward to that too. So
yeah. So I don't
Nice.
know, man. There's nothing else like that I can think of. I mean, there's lots of stuff coming out, but it's just what are your tastes, you know?
Yep.
So
Yeah, no, they release a
nothing.
lot of games that no one likes or that just seldom likes. So, yeah.
is
Well, you
Marathon
know,
due out this year or no?
well, let's see. It was out in September. Oh wait, no, it wasn't out in September. So who knows? Who knows if it'll get pushed, if it'll get canceled? I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, I'll have a lot of time for my backlog. That's
Yeah,
good.
you will. Yeah. As long as you stop digitizing videos. Yeah, yeah.
Or audio, yeah.
Yeah, or audio. Yep.
Yeah, I'm like 4,000 tapes into that right now, and I probably have about 2,000 left. So
Ah, you're well ahead of yourself. So, good job.
yeah, not too bad. Thanks.
All right. Next up, no, that was Regulator 19. Next up, Charisma Devil asks, what are your thoughts of the current state of unionization of video game developers in the industry? A UK judge just denied fired Rockstar employees interim relief while the case is being handled.
Well, I mean, I don't think Derek is for unions, so I'm not sure what he
Yeah,
thinks of that.
I hate unions, but I also don't like video game developers getting screwed. So
So maybe it's the
I
one exception.
yeah, I guess it probably is because they get fucked more than anyone else. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Why don't you guys talk about this instead of me?
I think it's going to get more prevalent moving forward, just because of what you said in the past, where they're getting screwed, and they're either going to just get out of the industry, and new people aren't going to get into the industry, and then everyone will be screwed, and the whole industry, or they'll let unions happen, or they're just going to have to pay them more just to begin with and keep them on. But because they're not keeping them on, that's kind of the reason for the unions is that, hey,
Yep.
you can't just like hire us for a job and you treat it like a contract and just fire us right after. Like that's not what we want, because we want a career, and they're not giving
Yep.
it to us. So I think it'll happen, but it could kill the industry, or it could just make it all mobile games, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the rotation that the companies will take. Is they'll move to more of a contract-based employment for these guys. That they'll hire them as a contract agent with a 6
Instead
month
of
to 12
falsely
months.
instead of falsely hiring them and then treating them like a contract employee. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the downside of that is
Yeah.
then they're going to lose all their deals with whatever local government that, we're going to bring in X amount of jobs. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's a balancing act. That's corporate law crap that I don't really know a lot about. So,
And people aren't going to get insurance, things like that. So
Yep. Yeah. Now it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. So
it's not good.
yeah. So this is one of those rare times where I think that this is a unique industry where people are treated like contractors that are not hired that way. So maybe this is the one time I believe in unions, but yeah, I don't know. So
I mean, it's going to come down to also there's going to be a big push once the unions get in place about, you've seen it in the Actors Guild where it's AI versus actors, and you're going to see the same thing in the video game industry where if these guys unionize, they're going to try to outlaw any kind of AI involvement, where companies are really moving heavily into the AI space in how they develop things. So it's going to be very tension ridden if they do proceed with unions, I think, but
yeah,
we'll see.
only time will tell. All right. Last but certainly not least, Altius asks, recently BioWare former employee Mark Dara, who was with the studio for 24 years, defended their decision to move into the multiplayer space with Anthem. We all know how that game turned out. Why would you suspect he's going back and defending the choice now? I can't see an upside. No idea.
I really don't know. Yeah.
It
I mean,
it was like their Destiny copy that sucked.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, multiplayer is where it's at for longevity of games to suck people in and keep them going. Your examples are your CODs, your your no, your
Fallout
Jesus
76.
Fallout 76. Thank you, God.
Yeah, I got you, bud. I got you.
And all the other shooters that are out there. Like, I mean, that's where the longevity happens, and that's where the continuous revenue is in the multiplayer world. Unfortunately, their game just didn't have the aspects that are going to draw people in and keep them in there in the multiplayer world. Plus the other things that were going on at that time. So
Yeah, no, we played it, but it was not as good as all the E3 ones that we had played. It was kind of terrible. And the flying mech suits and always having to go back to that home base ship place and run around in there. I guess that's no different than Destiny was. You always went back to that main place and you ran around and saw all
Yeah.
your people, but they just didn't do it right. So
I never actually played Anthem. I remember it coming out and people were so psyched for it, and then about a week in, people were like, "This is really broken" or something.
Yeah.
They just didn't like it, and I thought, well, I'm not going to bother with that because I was busy with something else at the time. But I don't know why. What's the point in bringing it up and defending it?
yeah, I
this
guess that was the
long
real
after?
question is why this is coming back now.
I mean, it's closing, so it was closing what this week?
Oh, that's
or
right.
something?
Yeah, they're shutting down
So
the
that's
servers.
that's
or
why they're
whatever,
talking
yeah.
about it, I guess. But why this guy and why is he defending it? I don't get it. Unless
unless
he
he's
just
got,
doesn't want to be wrong.
I was going to say that, or he's got something in the works that's once again multiplayer, and he just doesn't want to tarnish his name along with the Anthem. He's trying to defend that his vision that he sees with the multiplayer worlds.
Yeah, but he's I guess.
But
But I guess
he's
it's
long
not like he has to
gone.
defend.
Yeah.
He's
but
long
He doesn't
gone
have to
from
defend
BioWare.
BioWare, but
Yeah. But
yeah, but I guess if a game you're working on now is similar to that, then you want to defend that type of game, but you don't have to necessarily defend this one game. I mean, there are other games like that, and they do okay. It's just this particular one just didn't make it, so
Yep.
I don't know.
All right. Altius, you really put us on the spot with this weird ass question. Maybe you'll be third next week. So just saying.
Weird
You-
ass question.
You made us look like novices, so we'll make you look like a novice in the third spot. Just saying. So
Maybe he made y'all look like novices, but
Oh wow. Selden went
Wow.
there. Wow.
Wow.
All right,
Maybe
we
he'll
are-
be second next week. No.
Yeah. We are
I'm
on
kidding.
fire tonight. All right. Well, if any of you have questions or feedback like these folks, give us a call 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over into what we're playing? Shadow, we can't see your drink because
I
you're
know
using
it was
you're-
fine and then it flickered.
you're using your fake green screen. All you need is a real green
Yeah, but
screen.
it's not green. Why is it doing it? It's not green.
Because
I don't
the
get it.
fake green screen just tries to remove everything except for your face.
Okay.
But if you have a real green screen, hey, see how my fingertips turn green while I'm
yeah.
yeah. That's yours don't because yours is
No.
all artificial. Yeah. I'm giving business
Whatever.
to the real green screen manufacturers while you're
I could
just
drop the green screen
farming
and
it
you
out.
could see all the chainsaws behind me and stuff like that. Apparently, so
All right. On that, why don't we hop on over and what we're playing? Selden, what have you been playing this week?
pretty much Arc Raiders only. Raiding when I get a chance.
Arcs? Are you raiding
Raiding
arcs?
the arcs?
I'm
yeah.
raiding. No, Arc is the enemy that you're fighting. They're the.
Oh, that's a deceptive name then.
so,
It's
well, no, Arc would be ARK if they were what you're raiding, like in Raiders.
well, you
of
could
Lost
be
Ark.
raiding an arc like a electrical discharge.
I guess. Why would you do that? No, I've been playing arc, running through some of the missions, still running solo most of the time. Very rarely do I go into the team battles and stuff like that.
Is
I've
it
been
because you
playing
don't have
passive.
friends?
No, it's because I like the passive gameplay of it. So
Because I'm sure Shadow would play this with you.
well, no, there's other people that are in the worlds during
I
the
would
raids
play.
that I play along with that we run missions and stuff like that with. Pointing out where things are for them and stuff like that. But you're still doing your solo thing, so it's
I
just
would play, but it's just I've almost played nothing. So then you try and jump in with you, and I would be very underpowered. So I don't know how it works, but yeah.
hit me up because he wanted to start playing it, and he was like, I want to run with you." I'm like, "I don't know if I can run with you because multiplayer is aggressive, and I don't want to get those marks on my profile to put me in more aggressive servers with all the other player killers and stuff like that." Because Hit would go in full guns blazing, mowing everything down that he could, humans or robot.
You can choose now, though, right? You can choose whether you want to play aggressive or not, or
No, it's your play style determines where you're being pushed.
I thought that they matched. You could choose now. They match you. Didn't we talk about this?
No, I thought it was playstyle based matchmaking.
Was it playstyle based?
It's play style based matchmaking.
Okay.
So
So you have to kind of have a base to go from. First.
Right, yeah. So as you play through, it'll definitely, okay, you're more passive.
So Selden's like, don't shoot, and that matches him with a bunch of other don't shooters.
Yep,
and meanwhile, he'd go play with Hit, and Hit would be like, ba-bam, ba-bam, don't shoot, bam. Like,
and then my profile would start going this way, and I'd have to work it back to go passive. So moral decisions in that game you have to make. So, but that's pretty much it. That's all I've been really playing. So, how about you, Brian? Anything?
Unfortunately, no. It's been a busy week with kids and sick kids and doing other things. So unfortunately, I've not been. I tried to start playing. I went to my Xbox, which I hadn't used for a couple weeks, and it was like, you have 26 things you can update. Like, holy crap. Yeah. So I did that. And I was about to start Little Nightmares 3, and then I got into like I went to the store page because there was some sort of like, oh, you can get this free thing. So I went there, and then I ended up scrolling down and seeing reviews on Little Nightmares 3, and there's all these bad reviews straight across. Like 1 and 2 are great, and 3, what happened? It sucks, and you can't play local multiplayer. It has to be online, and it has nothing to do with 1 and 2. And what are they thinking? And I'm like, oh, great. So, I'll play more of it, but it sort of bummed me out, and I didn't want to play it. And I got to play more Batman, but that game froze on me because it was sitting there for too long. Because it's a disc 360 game that's sitting in the console because it's one that doesn't have a digital version. So at some point it just kind of froze. So I was like, shit. So I got to reboot that. And then I just didn't end up playing. I ended up stepping out and doing something else. So I am a fail this week, but game wise. So
good thing you're a video game podcast host. Yes,
I know, but I can talk about it though.
If it helps, you played almost as much as Derek did. So
yeah,
that's true. I played half a game. Derek played 1 game. Go, Derek.
I played Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It's awesome.
No, you played 1 map on Call of Duty. Black Ops 7.
Count as a game. They keep changing the map a little bit. So
is it a Christmas one?
Right now it is a Fallout themed Nuketown. Right. So yeah, they change it like at least every month or two. So
there a Fallout? Isn't there a town called Nuketown in Fallout 3? I think there is.
I have no idea.
That has a bomb in the middle of the town that's unexploded.
I have no idea.
Friends, so.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, there's a Fallout event going on now. There's a double XP weekend going on now, which I was taking advantage of until this show. And I'll take advantage of it after this show.
Speaking of Fallout, sorry to jump in, but speaking of Fallout 3, I've heard that they're going to maybe be doing a remake of 3 in New Vegas. That's the rumor. So, hey, great. I mean, 3 was, I don't know if I'll play through them again. I didn't play through Oblivion again, but I'm glad it's out there for people who didn't play the originals because it's been 20 years. So if you can make them look better and play better and have people play them. 3 was great, and New Vegas is probably the best of all of them. So cool.
Spoilers, I didn't play any of these games except for appointments at E3. Like I didn't play Oblivion. I didn't play any of those games. I didn't play Fallout. I didn't play
Not a
Fallout
Bethesda
New Vegas.
guy.
I played them at E3. I went to appointments and
Yeah, it doesn't count.
got catered in and had my free
Oh, yeah, I'm
drinks
sure.
and yeah, like hey, have a cocktail, play the
Must have been
game,
rough.
and yes, yeah, it was rough. So that's where I got my experience with those games. But yeah, I never
All
played
right.
them at home. So, all right. On that, why don't we hop on over into new releases? And we're finally late enough in January that there are actually new releases. Whether they're good or not is another question. First new release out this week is MIO Memories in Orbit, out for the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Switch, and the PC. This is not my style of game remotely. It's like a Metroidvania game. Which I liked
I like
Metroid, I
those.
like Castlevania, but I don't need a new Metroidvania game.
I loved, for instance, Axiom Verge was so good. And then I started to play 2 and it got kind of lost, but Metrovania is my thing and maybe I'll check it out because
Ah,
that's my jam.
see, I'm glad I shared it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It looks okay. I mean, it might be interesting to play, but
Looks like it's on everything pretty much.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't see myself going out to grab it. But who knows? Maybe.
All right.
Cool.
Well, then the only other new release out this week is Highguard, out for the Xbox, the PlayStation, and the PC. This was the much talked about hero shooter, which I felt like the hero shooter genre was on the way down. Like I have no interest in this, but I don't know if you guys do or not. But like hero shooters, like literally have becoming less and less popular.
So hero shooters, I'm forgetting the definition
Like
of that.
Apex Legends, like
Yeah.
what was
Call of
that?
Duty.
No, that's not a hero shooter. It's where like
Well, it says it is. Call of Duty
it's
Modern Warfare.
not. No, it's
Okay.
it's where each class or each character has a different class and a different specialty. So
Okay, I see. Yeah, I gotcha.
yeah,
So
you pick your hero. Like that game that there were 2 of them that came out.
Origins. Yeah. What's it? Origins. Then it got changed to what's it called? Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Each character is different and they have their
Yes,
own powers and
specialties and yeah.
Wildlight Games, founded in 2021. This is coming out next week. So next Monday, I think.
No, well, I work off the schedule I'm given by Game Informer, so
That is fine. I'm just saying I think it's the 26th. So
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
I enjoy those games a little bit. Like that Magic one that was out for a little while, though it was fun, but it got old quick. So
sorry, back to the previous one, the MIO. It's on Game Pass day 1.
Yeah.
So if you want to check it out and you're interested in Metrovania, it's apparently supposed to be really hard but really pretty, and it's free on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, check it out.
Fair enough. All right. On that, why don't we hop on over into gaming news? And if you're in chat right now, you want us to talk about something, drop it in chat, unless it's how we can promote our kick stream. But yeah, definitely drop it in there and we'll try to discuss it. So first story. The plan for a gaming themed Atari hotel in Las Vegas has reportedly been scrapped.
no.
So I was actually kind of jazzed about this. Like Las Vegas, there's a lot of themed hotels. I've been to Las Vegas probably 100 times. Most of the times I stay at Mandalay Bay, but I've stayed elsewhere. I've traveled elsewhere down the strip, and even if you see a hotel that's like 2 down on the strip, it'll take you 40 minutes to walk there. It's very deceptive. But I did like the idea of an Atari themed hotel. Um, you know, you're catering to a certain audience. The people that are going to Vegas now are uh, us Gen Xers, um, people with disposable income, um, and we're the audience. And that's kind of cool that they were even going that direction. But apparently, they've gone back to just like the traditional Las Vegas. Um, you know, putting up some pomp and circumstance and trying to bring people in that way. Um, it, it it's disappointing. I would have maybe taken a break from going to Mandalay Bay to try out this hotel, but now certainly the fuck not. I'll go to Mandalay Bay again and again and again and again and again. So
Like, yeah, I know the themes play well in casinos. Like the Taj
like
Mahal down in Atlantic City was open for how many fucking years before it finally closed down?
yeah, or like in
But
Vegas, like Excalibur is
yeah, so
or New York, or there's hotel or Caesar's Palace. There's things themed around everything.
I just don't know if I see an Atari themed like how quickly is it going to get outdated? Like Atari's outdated.
Well,
anyway.
yes, that's what I
Like,
was gonna say. It's already outdated.
so
So
how many times can you go to a hotel, look up, and see a giant Pac-Man or a Space Invader, alien ship coming, hanging from the rafters? I'm like, it would be cool to go once. Yeah, I'd say that, but I would probably rather go to something a little bit more modern and consistent. That
Yeah,
wasn't
but
had that kid feel so much when I was out in Vegas, but
I mean, I would say most people aren't going to Vegas a whole lot. Like I've been once in my life, and I'll probably go again, but I'm not a gambler, so I would go for something like this just to like, oh, that's cool, that's interesting and different. It's like, if it was like a Nintendo themed hotel or something, I go do that just because it's cool and it's more like almost like a theme park type thing. But I don't know. I mean, most people I think are not going multiple times or not going all the time, so it wouldn't be something where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna get tired of it. It's like, no, you go and you go there and the one time or the couple times you go, or you go somewhere else. But they're gonna get people that are only going there once and they'll want to go there because it's interesting and it's different. It's like, like I said, like the Nintendo world, they would if they had that, people would go to that too. And this is Atari's more for, Gen Xers, I would say, ish
yeah,
type players, but those are the people who now have, kids in college or out of college or on their own, and they have the money to spend to go do that on their own, and have the nostalgia for it. So,
I
but
would
like
even
Selden
say
said, I
that.
mean, it wouldn't last forever because they're, you know,
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
would even say baby boomers would be interested in the Atari one. Like my dad's a baby boomer, and he was the one that bought our first Atari console. And
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, you want to play this? Okay." Uh, but yeah, so and that was Combat uh,
Recount.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
but he
all the
didn't
original
care
ones.
about
So
it. You say he bought it for you, but that didn't mean he liked it.
he bought it for himself, but I got to play it. But yes, so
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, but like Vegas switches shit all the time. Like before I was going to Mandalay Bay, I would always go stay at the Aladdin, which was a fantastic hotel. That's the one that has the aquarium connected and all that other stuff. Eventually, that turned into Planet Hollywood. So
Uh-huh.
they change branding all the time on these things. So they could have launched with this and then changed branding later, and maybe just taken advantage of that first year, two, three, four, uh, to get that interest in. So just to scrap something to not twist it around later seems like a missed opportunity. But yeah,
Yeah, and honestly, their branding is on par for like a Vegas hotel with the arc swoosh that comes down. Like you can
Hmm.
see that on the side of a building going up to
Yes,
the
yes,
penthouse.
yeah,
And
yep.
but
So
I loved Derek's. Those of you who aren't watching the video, Derek's face when I said I'd only been there once, it was just priceless. It's like, what the
this
hell are
phase,
you talking about? Yeah, one
yeah,
time.
in the last 30 years, I've probably literally been there 100 times. So yeah,
Wow. I mean, flights, I guess, would, or they used to be at least cheap, but I don't know if they are now.
yeah, yeah. I have no idea. A buddy of mine made a lot of money um, from a startup and that went public, and then get acquired, and then they IPO'd. And he used to fly four of us down first class, and we used to go and stay in suites every time, and uh, it was a fun time.
Good time
Yeah.
if you can swing it.
Yeah, we used to
Yeah.
go to strip clubs and he'd be like, here's 5,000 for you, here's 5,000 for you,
No, he
here's
didn't.
5,000 for you. And yeah.
I'd be like, thanks, I'll see you when you guys get out of the strip club then.
Right. See you
So
later.
yeah, no,
Wow.
Vegas is a great place. So yeah, just saying. All right, next story.
Oh, Arc Raiders will get multiple maps this year. They've hinted at releasing a roadmap for the last couple months at least. They still haven't done that, but they keep dropping hints of what's coming. And they sold what 124 or 12.4 million in sales. So they got the cash to expand this game, and it looks like they're going to be sinking money back into the game, which is great because I mean they have a good selection of maps already, and that's awesome. But to promise us additional maps, that'd be even better. So opens it up for more missions and more gameplay, and hopefully introducing more arc enemies and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to this, and hopefully we'll get the roadmap relatively soon to see when these are going to be released and what quantity and stuff like that we're looking at getting soon. So
So how many maps are there in Arc Raiders right now?
there's Dam, there's seven, maybe eight.
Okay, that seems like a decent amount of maps to begin with.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean,
They're big too.
they're huge maps. Yeah, so it's like you can spawn in. I think the timer that you can spawn into a world left is like 30 minutes. Sometimes you spawn in like with 15 to 12 minutes, but it would take it to some of these missions. You have to run across the map a few times, and it takes you almost the entire 30 minutes to do some of these missions to
Mm.
go back and forth across them. So they're relatively large size maps already. And it's not like dead space everywhere. I mean, everything's filled up too, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. So
Oh, nice.
Cool. Yeah, I'll get back to that game sometime soon because I'm sure everybody is going to want to play again. So I should
Yeah.
get at least level it up a little bit.
Yeah, you can play with Selden and Hit. Yeah.
And that's cross-platform, right?
you can play cross-platform. I played on PC through Steam, so I just restricted to Steam because the console
Okay.
players seem to be a little bit more aggressive. They say so. Playing just on PC, it seems to be working better. So
All right. Well, if I
Nice.
level up and good enough to
Get
play
good?
with you, I'll have to
You
you'll
get
have to
good?
open it up to PlayStation because that's what I bought it on.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. Next story.
Meta shuts down Armature Studio, Sanzaru Games, and Twisted Pixel. I put this on here because I was sad about Twisted Pixel closing. Twisted Pixel, if you'll remember, was the studio that created Explosion Man and Ms. Explosion Man and The Maw on Xbox 360, among other games, but those are the ones that I really, really liked. Recently, they did Marvel's Deadpool VR, which I didn't play, but it's on Oculus, and I heard that was decent, but they bought them in 2022 and just closed them. It's like I don't. Meta is just buying up everything and then just shutting it down. But I think it's because they just recently they talked about they're kind of shrinking things down. They're not making any money on the gaming stuff on Meta. So but I mean the Meta Quest is still around. Nobody's heard anything about Meta 4, Meta Quest 4.
No,
So
it's the 3 and the 3. B
3S, yeah.
3A 3S. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it just bummed me out about Twisted Pixel just because I really like them. Armature Studio. Let's see, what did they do? Their virtual reality port of Resident Evil 4 and Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate, which I know was well received. Sanzaru Games did Asgard's Wrath 1 and 2 for Oculus. But yeah, it's just they just put them all they were doing all the VR stuff and closed them because hey, I don't want to make any more money on those. So they I don't know.
Is
Just
that
bums
what
me
they
out.
were thinking, Shadow?
Yeah, I know. I'm just bummed out.
They're like,
and I'm
let's
pissed off
turn
at
off
them.
the faucet of money.
I don't want to
Yes,
make any
yes.
more money from that stuff. Why would I want to do that? No, they can close them, and I guess they can still keep selling that stuff, but I guess they weren't making enough money on whatever else they were putting out, or they're just bleeding money with this stuff and need to stop paying some salaries, I guess. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Explosion Man was a great series of games, and that's sad that that is going away.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's that stuff will still be around. It's just that they could have done some core things. They just they had cool ideas back then, and I don't know if people left or what, but since about that era, they haven't made a ton. But still, kind of a bummer that they're gone. But it's more of my bummer is more like Meta's doing stuff like this, and not just Meta. Lots of companies keep buying up
Yep.
all these studios and then shutting
shut
them down. It's like,
down. Yep.
just leave them alone. These indie
Yeah.
studios are ones that we like, and you're buying them and then closing them. Just leave them.
Just
Why
let
do
them
that?
do their own thing. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't get it. That's it.
All right, next story. Valve tweaks and clarifies AI disclosure rules for Steam. So, as we've talked about, this was kind of the issue with Arc Raiders, where they were using AI to do the voicing, and they paid the voice actors, but then they reused their generative samples to create the rest of the voicing. And what that caused was review bombing on Steam for all of these titles because people seem to hate AI and taking over voice acting and this and the other thing. So they changed their AI how they disclose what games have AI and which ones don't. And I think it's probably to prevent this from happening, but I see both sides of the coin on this. I think that if an actor gets paid and that contract includes using their generatives to make new dialogue, what's wrong with that? Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right, as long as they're upfront with what they're doing, I think that's
Yeah.
completely legit, and it shouldn't
Yeah.
cause them to get review bombed. Like, you don't know what the fuck the actor's contract was. I'm like,
I agree with that, and but I think I think the reason this is still happening is because people don't think that far ahead. They just go AI bad, which I agree mostly AI bad, mostly, not always. But for me personally, not a big fan of AI stuff. But people will just see the words AI and go, "Oh, screw that thing," and I'm gonna downvote it. I'm gonna bomb it, whatever, review bomb it, and they don't think, okay, well, these actors got paid for that. They agreed to it. It's in their contracts, and this is, it's no different than many other types of contracts. Like it's usage. I'm
it's
paying
like
you for
the
this and
James
the
Earl
usage.
Jones gave his voice
Yeah.
to be Darth Vader forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get your contract, you get your usage terms, and you get paid for that, and you get paid more because they're not having to go through the trouble of getting more dialogue from you, spending the hours doing that, etc.,
Yeah. Yep.
paying you for those hours extra. They just like, we're going to pay up front and use what you have, and we're going to generate stuff from that, and here's money for that. If they
Yeah.
weren't doing that, I can definitely see the reviewers' issues with it, but because it has the words AI, I think that's why it's getting review bombed, even though it's totally fine with the actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I would have a big problem if they went back and pulled, the old Halo Kilimanjaro and Killtacular, and they remixed that and threw it through AI and published it because there was no AI back then that it was probably in the contract. And now it's like they really should rewrite that contract or at least reach out to him and say, "Hey, can we do this?" And
He
get it.
comes back every time to do.
He'll come back
so,
every
yes,
time, right?
yeah,
So, but like for going forward in the future, it's you got to assume that it's in the contract. If it's not in the contract, then that actor and their agent is probably suing, and then it would be published in the news. You can't just assume that just because it's in the news and say to AI that the actor wasn't compensated for the use of AI in the future already. So,
yep, agree.
Yep.
And I love our AI overlords, and I look forward to the future of you guys running everything.
All right. Selvin's your
number
one bitch. Yes, he's your henchman. So, all right, next story.
Sony's Legend of Zelda movie will be exclusive to Netflix after theatrical run. The Zelda movie, which is rescheduled currently to release, the Zelda movie is releasing theatrically in 2027 and will come to Netflix after. So that's cool that Netflix signed an exclusive deal with them after it comes out, but that doesn't mean that other streaming services aren't going to have that movie available.
Is Sultan talking about Plex?
I have no idea. No, Plex is not going to have the Zelda movie. Somebody else's server might have Plex. Somebody else's Plex server might have the movie on it, but Plex would not have it because Plex has their own streaming service within it. So, but I'm looking forward to this movie. I've followed the actor that was cast as Link. He's a Canadian actor. He was in a show Son of Critch, and they just released the 4th season up in Canada, and he's had a huge growth spurt. So I don't know how well it's going to be anymore.
Oh no,
he's no longer like 4 feet tall. He's like 6'6" now. It seems.
Oh jeez.
So it's going to take some creativeness to make him look Link-like in our eyes, because I envision Link as being a shorter, smaller kid, right? So.
Well, not in Ocarina of Time, he gets older and has like the future Link when he's older.
Right, but he's still never like a towering
he's not he's not like 6 foot tall, but
so
yeah,
I'm looking forward to this. I'm sorry.
They can do things like they did with They can do things like they did with Lord of the Rings and do like a visual thing where they shrink or
perspective, camera perspective, and yes.
Sorry, go ahead, son.
No, I'm just saying that I'm a little sad that this is still pushing out until 2027. We're all getting a little older, and I'm hoping to make it to 2027 and be able to see the movie. So,
me too. Me too.
I thought it was going to be a show originally. It was going to be a Netflix show, like a weekly or not weekly, but series, not like a movie. Guess I was wrong.
As always.
Yeah, as usual.
But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about this? I mean, Netflix is obviously the king on the market right now. So do you see this as good for Netflix and the whole streaming environment that they sign exclusives for shows like this?
All of these guys sign exclusives, though. Like at this point, there's always something goes to the theaters, and then one of the 5 top streaming services signs the rights to it. It's not out of the ordinary. It's the only thing out of the ordinary in this particular case seems like it's a mega movie that Netflix was willing to shell out the shekels to get this on Netflix, because like we've talked in the past, Netflix subscriptions have been going down, less and less original content. So yeah, I think this would help Netflix in the overall, but it's nothing new.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's a number in here which I don't know how accurate that is, but it says Deadline reports that Sony has considered making a deal with Amazon, but Netflix stepped up. The report said the value of this deal is $7 billion.
Okay, that does
but
not
neither Netflix or
seem
Sony for this. I'm like,
that
that's
does
a
not
big
seem
fucking number.
remotely accurate for how much you could pull back from gaming subscriptions
Right. I mean,
just to watch this movie.
I would imagine maybe a $7 billion deal for all of
Multiple
Sony's
movies. Yes.
multiple
Yes.
movies from Sony, but not for just one movie. So that seems a little high if that's how it reads. So
Yeah, no, my guess is that's a multi-movie deal.
I feel like things like that are never forever because, like, think about when Marvel made Netflix made all the Marvel stuff like Jessica Jones and things like that back on Netflix. It was for Netflix, made by Netflix, and eventually it went to Disney Plus with all the other Marvel stuff. So things
But
can
Disney
change,
Plus
but
did pay heavily to get those.
yeah, they did. But some other who knows. But it doesn't really matter because people will watch it or they won't. I mean, you'll watch it the once or the twice, and I don't know. It'll be fine. People are worrying about too much with that, I think.
Fair enough.
yeah, there are other references that it might include Nightingale's Buds, Spider-Man Beyond, and Spider-Man Verse, and the Beatles movie, and other things coming out of Sony. So
That would make more sense.
that
Yeah.
maybe the article's written poorly, but it just. But anyways, yeah. So
Maybe it was
Ah.
written by AI. Who knows?
All right.
shouldn't they disclose that?
They should.
Last
Last
story.
Italian competition authority investigating Activision Blizzard over Diablo Immortal and Call of Duty mobile monetization. That was a long sentence. The organization is concerned over alleged use of deceptive UI elements to encourage players to spend more time and money in games. So, like all mobile games, pretty much.
Yeah.
This is not surprising, but says the company may be acting in breach of consumer protection rules. They're over in over in Europe. It seems like they're a lot better about consumer protection stuff, so they get up in arms about things like this quicker than they do in the US, which I think would be better for the US to do as well, but they don't. So yeah, they're kind of getting investigating for that, kind of making miners want to spend money on this stuff, all the all the mobile stuff, because it's
Well,
always like even go ahead.
Well, that's how they're getting away with this. Is they're saying minors, but like guys like Selden spend plenty of money in
Oh
these
yeah.
games. Like if I pull up my phone right now and I'm like, oh yeah, Selden spent like $3,000 on his disc golf game in the last 4 months. Like no one would question that.
Well, in real disc golf, I've spent quite a bit on the amount of discs that I've acquired. But within the video game itself, I have not spent $3,000.
Oh.
Well, I mean, so it says, these practices, the UI things to attract people to buy stuff, and also strategies to make it difficult for users to understand the real value of current virtual currency used in game,
Yeah.
the in-game sale and stuff. I agree because and this is like how 360 used to do it back in the day was, it was points, and it was I don't know, like 400 points is $5, which made no
Yes, yeah,
sense
yeah.
because it should be 500 points, but it was 400 points. So they made it all obtuse and like, it's points. It's not money. It's points, and you buy a bunch of
Yep.
points, and so eventually they changed that to just be money, which I think was better because then you get an idea of how much you're actually spending instead of,
Yep.
okay, well this thing is it's 3,500 points, and how much is that in real money?
Is
Whatever.
that
I'll just buy it.
$35? Is it
No, is it
$25? Yes.
3,500? Is it $40? Is it $45? It makes you think that it's less, and so then you just
Yeah, yeah.
spend it. So I agree that deceptiveness is a bigger deal, especially for kids. I mean, honestly though, if they're minors, if they're kids, I mean, I don't know how you run things. It's probably different than we do, but like, if we want kids to have some money on there, we'll put a little money on there. It'll be in their account, and then they just use it, and then they're done.
Yep.
So I'm not linking them to a card or something where they can just spend whatever. So as long as you're handling your kids well, I mean, you shouldn't be an issue. But I do agree that yeah, kids don't have an idea of money with this stuff if it's points, especially if it's points. Even if it's money, but like mine coins and stuff in Minecraft. There are a certain amount of points, and my daughter will pull up, oh Minecraft, oh I want this shirt thing. It's only 80 coins or something, which
You're
is
like,
really
that's
nothing.
$8. Yeah.
No, it's not, but
Yeah.
it's really nothing. But oh, a couple of things here. Oh, that's $2 together, and then it's $5, then it's $10. Like, all right, no, and yeah, and that's kind of some of this stuff gets pretty obtuse, and I'm glad they're kind of pushing back on it. But we'll see how that goes with these two games. It's Diablo Immortal and Call of Duty Mobile in Italy.
Yeah.
So
Italy's the one leading the charge.
Yep.
So normally we would have moved on, but someone dropped a news story into our outline as we were talking. So this person is going to cover this story.
I thought
Yeah, in a what the
one
fuck
deleted.
what the fuck kind of story that hit earlier this week, and I meant to bring it up in the chat, but
Oh yeah.
apparently a son 11 accused of fatally shooting his father after the boy's Nintendo Switch was taken away. Apparently, the father had pulled the Nintendo Switch from the kid, said he's not allowed to play it. Meanwhile, the mom was sleeping in bed, and she was startled awake by the sound of what sounded like fireworks, and she smelled fireworks in the air and only realized that something was bad when the 11-year-old standing beside her in bed says, "Daddy's dead." And she smelled the the I guess the gunshot, and saw blood seeping through the covers. I'm like, it's pretty fucked up. Like I think what I read earlier this week is the kid might have been autistic, and so there was other issues going on. The gun was locked up in a safe, but apparently he was able to open the safe and get the gun out.
Wow.
So there's just all kinds of crazy shit that's going on. This sounds like one of those. If you ever listen to Mr. Boland's Deep, Dark, and Mysterious Tales on YouTube or in his podcast, this sounds like one of those stories that he would cover, and it's really fucked up. But
Seldom this story has me saying, what the fuck?
yeah, I mean, it's just if so many things that could have prevented this, but also it's like it's a tragedy, and unfortunately, it happened based on his video games getting taken away. I mean, that's fucked up. So
Yeah, wow.
Yes. All right.
yeah, let's end that.
On that, thanks, Selden. If any of you have news stories that are better than Selden's, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com or comment on this episode's thread in the Tool to Play homepage. And sponsors. If we had them, we pimp them, but we don't, so we won't. Saved you guys this week. Took that on my own. Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool to Play related at twitter.com/Tool to Play. Everything podcast related, Shadows Yawning, at twitter.com/still_got_game. Facebook the fuck out of us. Facebook.com/Tool to Play. We also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tool to Play. That is where all of our archive video content goes. It is like the ultimate on-demand library for Tool to Play content. Whether you want hits, quick hits, whether you want Still Got Game with LB and Duty, whether you want this show, whether you want Tiff's immature interviews, whether you want Selden's show, they are all there, and you can go there and watch them all absolutely fucking free. So youtube.com/Tool to Play, go there and subscribe. Please rate and review the podcast on iTunes. Give us 5 stars. Take the extra 5 seconds. I'm not going to say if you have, just you click the 5 stars button and then just write like a single sentence, like Selden's head does not look as bald as I thought, or something to that effect. Shadow's hair is not as red as I thought. And I say iTunes, but this is also on whatever communist fucking Android store that Selden uses. It's also on Amazon Podcasts. It's also on any podcast site, Spotify. Yeah, any podcast site you go to will let you give a star rating or a 1 to X rating. Not X like X-rated, but just 1. It's a math guy thing. But just write a little review to go with it. We also have a Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/still_got_game. That's one of the many places we broadcast this show live each and every week. This entire 2026, we will be fucking live. We have a Discord channel. I see Shadow's face and he's not seeming fully committed, but we're going to attempt it. We're going to attempt a 52 episode year. And we might even throw in a bonus episode midweek one time just so we get to 53.
Dude, stop.
Am I committing you to more than you want?
Hold on, I got to get my agent on the phone. I don't know if this is in my contract.
Right.
Your contract pays zero. So
Sheldon's like, I almost didn't come tonight because I wanted to watch a football game. So, what are you doing to me?
All right. We also have a Discord channel. That's discord.me/stillgotgame. That's discord.me/stillgotgame. Just to give you an example, I was posting in there just this morning, making multiple posts. Shadow answered. He was there contributing to our Discord. Selden.
Bantering back and forth with Blue Steel.
Yeah. Bantering back and forth with Blue Steel. Selden was like a few hours behind, but well, no, he wasn't in his bunker today.
He was in his Faraday cage.
No, he wasn't today. He had no excuse.
I was out on the disc golf course. I was playing disc golf in 20 degrees.
He was free today.
Does your phone not have Discord?
No, I have everything shut off. I'm out there to get zen with the forest.
Enjoying the nature.
All right. So you might have a problem reaching Selden if he's your favorite host. But
on days off.
Yeah, just
on days off or days off.
Just let him know that he's your favorite host and you want him to actually pay attention. So, all right, Selden, what do you want to pimp this week?
I'd like to start off with all my socials. You can find me at linktree/Selden007. That's got links to all my socials and all my charitable organizations I'd like to pimp. As always, take care of yourself. January is self-love month, apparently. I don't know what that means.
Wow, Selden's loving himself right now.
But no, dry January is almost over, so all you people that gave up drinking for January, you got the chance to look forward to drinking in February. So. I've obviously failed that. So I have nothing else. What about you, Shadow? What do you got, pimping?
Same old right now. Linktree, Brian S. Emmerich. I would just say, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and just just thinking of all the minorities with all the shit going on right now. Sucks. So if you can help out anybody who needs help, please do what you can for them, because it's bad out there right now, and is always kind of bad out there, but especially thinking about it today. So that's
well said.
And Derek?
Well, all my shit is at linktree/Derek Nolan. That's linktr.ee/Derek Nolan. It has all my shit, has all the show shit, has a whole bunch of charities you can give to. But like both these gents said, right now, ICE is fucking out of control. I'm going to say it. I'm going to put myself out there on Front Street. Shit's fucked up in this country. We can deport people, but we don't need to use aggressive levels of violence and anything else. We don't need to shoot people. We don't need to give conflicting commands at their vehicles so that someone says get out, someone says stop, and then you just shoot them. That's fucked. I'm saying, as a Republican, a real Republican, not a Trump-publican, shit's fucked right now. So think about giving to those sort of politicians that are going to get this guy out that said, hey, maybe we don't need midterm elections. Just pick and choose your charity. I understand half of our audience is probably Republican, and that's why I'm telling you, I am an actual Republican, not a fucking Trump-publican. What he's doing is terrible to this country. The January 6th insurrection, and now he's contemplating using the Insurrection Act for something else. The irony there is so fucked. So, just give to the things that you believe in. And if you actually think that he's not a fucking retard, look at his 960 SAT score that got leaked last week. Fucking retard. Okay? I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there on Front Street.
It's a Boston phrase.
Yeah, it's retard. Yeah. As someone with a 1590, yeah, I can call him that. So, yeah. But yeah, and support the charities in my link tree.
And love yourself.
Yes.
I love yourself.
So I want to remind you all, you can join us each and every single fucking Monday night live at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, or even maybe a little earlier, at youtube.com/tool2play, facebook.com/tool2play, twitch.tv/still_got_game, and kick.com/spam us with how to get more followers and viewers. And on that, why don't we wrap this third episode of 2026 up? And we will continue these as long as you continue to watch. I'm Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
I'm Brian Shadow Emmerich.
And we will see you next fucking Monday night like you read about.